This month marks 7 years since the start of the water crisis in Flint, and now from the settlement to the criminal case, Michigan's Attorney General is talking all things Flint. The Flint water case is moving forward, even as former Governor Snyder and his team continue to insist the case should be dropped.
Michigan's Attorney General has not said much about the case or the investigation or Governor Snyder himself, but in a new interview, she's shedding some light on those very topics. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester joins us live. And Hank, she was very cautious in talking about the criminal part of this.
And Jason, she was. You're absolutely right. And that's because she has handed the criminal case and that investigation over to Worthy and Hammoud. But she did give us some information and some insight about whether she believes this case should be moving forward, and also, more importantly, about that money that will soon be making its way to the people of Flint affected by the water crisis.
I was disgusted when I saw that one of the defenses that was, set forth by the former governor was that he had no duty, no responsibility towards the residents.
The Flint water criminal case and investigation moving forward, Attorney General Dana Nessel says she's intentionally been hands-off, but is well aware that attorneys representing former Governor Snyder say the case is allegedly weak, filed in the wrong court, and that Snyder himself should not be held responsible.
He was governor, not just of other areas of the state. I mean, he was governor of the entire state of Michigan. And that, of course, includes the city of Flint. So it's disturbing to me to have anyone who served in an office like that say that they owed no responsibility and no duty whatsoever to a large city in our state.
The AG says she remains focused on Flint and getting the settlement money to those who need it most, especially the children impacted.
We want to make sure that those children are provided for the best as possible, and whether that has to do with, of course, expanded educational opportunities, medical health treatment.
The money, more than $600 million total, will go to those who are still struggling, people impacted by the water crisis, and will help put programs in place that will change lives for years to come. Back out here live, back to the criminal case for just a moment. I tried asking the Attorney General about different evidence that is going to be brought forward in that case, new evidence that we would learn about, and a timeline. She didn't touch it, knowing that that is in the hands of Worthy and Hammoud. However, insiders tell us it really comes down to text messages and emails that may have been sent from the former governor. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester, back to you.
Yeah, the criminal part of this is going to be very interesting to watch play out. Hank, what is next in that, by the way, the criminal case?
And Jason, remember, it's not just the former governor. There are a handful of others who are facing charges. Those cases are all moving forward. In fact, we could expect some court action in just about the next week or so. Back to you.
We'll be watching for it for sure. All right, Hank, thanks.